Over here.
Oh, you scared Paimon! How did you appear out of
Oh? You scare so easily now? Is there something worrying you these days?
Oh, you little... The only thing we're worried about was trying to find you!
Sorry. Come over here, and...
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you still remember him?
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Now hurry up and tell us, how did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent, but now it looks like our incredible court battle was for nothing!
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big crowd.
And then?
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience watching, their wallet suddenly disappeared.
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover them.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfect.
Leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's we were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here.
Told you so, see?
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress... Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it. The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, but recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here. Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's Gnosis.
Huh? How did she manage to...
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust...
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's Gnosis might be in the...
So it's all about the Gnosis again.
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you?
Bingo! The Knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to investigate. Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere. Almost like a bargaining.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then
Is it just Paimon? Or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the Harbingers must be as bad as ever.
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meripede. It would be more efficient for us to work together. As you know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis.
See, I told you.
Is that so?
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last we met. Or, I should say, we were really looking forward to...
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
It's okay to open up a little.
Very prudent of you, and consistent with your behavior since I was prepared for the worst, but you were actually more agreeable than I anticipated. All right then, there's no time to... Since Lynette and I arrived here, our investigation uncovered the fact that the fort... Most people just clammed up and wouldn't talk, but after asking the right questions, we were able to confirm the existence of the Forbidden Zone. You should be aware of that while you're investigating.
A forbidden zone? Could that be where the child disappeared to? You're right.
Good. That's the most suspicious thing about the fortress that we know of so far. We have a few other unanswered questions. Oh, look at the time. You two must be hungry. You should go to the coupon cafeteria and get something to eat. I'll use my cards to get in touch with you again in the future.
Oh, that's just what Paimon wanted to hear! Paimon's starving after all that work today. We can talk more about the investigation later. Let's go... Oh, he wasn't kidding. Today's meal is nowhere near as good as last time. Oh, who knows how long it'll be until we're lucky enough to get that super forget about it then. We'll just deal... But life here doesn't seem all that bad. Other than the foreman being kinda mean and the work being
You think so, mate? If I had a coupon for it, seems you fishies still haven't learned your lessons from your life up on the surface. If you take things at face value, then... I like your attitude. Everyone's been telling you to just follow the rules and not cause it. But what they don't tell you is that the rules aren't exactly what they pretend to be. The truth is, this place has a lot of hidden rules.
Huh? Hidden rule?
Not everyone knows about those rules, but whether you know them or not, once you break one, you might encounter...
Really? Oh, now you're really scaring poor Paimon. Don't joke around like that!
Of course. And I'd say that just disappearing would be one of the better out.
Oh, you mean that if there really are hidden rules, then Child's disappearance might have something to do with that? In that case, would you tell us some hidden rules? We definitely want to have...
Come on, mate. This is valuable information. The difference between
Paimon understands, but we don't have many credit coupons yet.
Yeah, I know. Not like I'm going anywhere. Moreover, you're new fish, freshly caught, and completely out of your element. What'd be the point in even... I'm usually around the rag and bone shop.
He left. Just like that. Huh. Do you think he's just trying to scare us into buying fake information? Yeah. It might be a good place to start in our investigation. But, like he said, we don't have any coupons and we're still not familiar with this place. Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. Ah, we were so busy talking we almost forgot to eat. Even if it's not the best, it's probably better while it's warm. Come on!